I got a chance to hear the great folk singer and folk songwriter Hoyt Axton live quite a few years ago. He's a pretty amazing guy. He wrote a whole lot of songs, even though you never knew he wrote them, because other people recorded them. If you found out all of what he had done, it was amazing. And he was down at Seattle Center at that Bumbershoot Festival. And he walks up to the microphone and he said, "Well, this is what's left of Hoyt Axton." And, you know, he must have, he was a true traveling man. And he literally did, I guess, travel on railroad trains, on boxcars, and traveled around, played a few gigs in towns, and made a few bucks, and got on a train, a hitchhike, and he went all over the place. But I think it's time for Hoyt Axton song. So, just playing the right page here. If I had such a thing as a theme song, this would probably be it. I have to be careful. It's actually been a long time, but I get so much into a song, I've even fallen off stages doing music. I get so involved into it, having so much fun. Kind of try something a little bit different here. Well, take me back down where cool water flows. Make me remember the things I love. kick my feet way down the shallow water. Shoot my drag and fly it back to your mother. Pick up a rod, skip it across Green River. Up at Broken Camp I spent my day. Flat car riders and cross-eye walkers. Old Cody Jr. took me over, said you're gonna find the world is over. If you get lost, come on home to Green River. Oh, I know.
We should go see it. That's good.
Really high aggressive area.
Well, here's an old song that's one of the very first of the rock songs, kind of came out in the rhythm and blues era and sort of became one of the very first of the rockers. I never have quite figured out what the words mean in this thing, because obviously they're saying one thing, but they're talking about something else. And I've got a suspicion what they're talking about, but I'm not sure. The song's called Walking the Dog. When they're talking about walking the dog, what are they talking about? Well, I'm not sure. But anyway, the original big hit recording, actually Sonics from Seattle was one of the bands that did this. It was kind of cool because when the lead singer was singing the song, I think there was beer involved. A lot of the musicians in the band were all calling the dog and whistling the dog and, hey, Buck, come on here. You know, whistling and all there was all this, it sounded kind of like a party, so it sounded like, it was kind of fun. But anyway, here's Walking the Dog. A guy named Rufus Thomas originally wrote this one. Whatever it is, it sounds like it's probably fun.
And then we started because he wanted
Some of the regulars here that I recognize have probably heard the story about this one, but it's kind of an interesting little song. Back in the late 50s, early 60s here on the island, back when all of the roads were still gravel at best, and a few of us guys, we were prone on a Saturday night to go find some beer, or go maybe take the old farm truck out someplace, park it out in the woods, drink beer, and get rowdy and have a good time.
What brand of beer?
Whatever we could get. We had no preference. Usually whatever was cheapest. Well, anyway, one fellow who was living here on the island and went to high school at that time, he could play guitar some. And I had a beat up old Sears and Roebuck silver tone guitar. When we go out and sit in the old Ford pickup truck, he played his guitar and sang. And I think he only knew one song. He called it Poor Folks. And just a few years ago, I actually went back and researched it, found the song, found the music, and I decided to learn it because I'd heard it so many times and drunk and stupid with these guys that I thought, well, that'd be a fun song to learn. So we'll see if we can make it be a song here. Well, there's a whole lot of people looking down their noses at me, 'cause I didn't come from a wealthy family. Well, there were 10 of us living in a two-room shack, banked up the river by the railroad track. We raised chickens in a pen in the back. Everybody said we were poor folks. Yeah, we were poor folks living in a rich folks world. We sure were a hungry bunch. Well, if a wolf had ever come to our front door, his son. Daddy was a farmer, but all he ever raised was us. He dug a 40-foot well, struck 36 gallons of dust. The Salvation Army gave us clothes to wear. A man from the county came to cut our hair. We lived next door to a millionaire. We wasn't nothing poor. Yeah, we were poor folks living in a rich folks world. We sure were a hungry bunch. Well, if a wolf had ever come to our front door, that would his fun. My granddad's pension was $1.33. That was $10 more than the landlord wanted for rent. Well, the landlord letter got nasty indeed. He wrote, "Get out." I couldn't read. We were too broke to even pay. But that's how it is in the poor world. Well, we were poor folks living in a rich folks world. Sure were a hungry bunch. If the wolf had ever come to our front door, that would bring his blood.
Nice.
I don't know why that song must be that's not the right person with a big name ever recorded it. Because I think that back in the day that could have been a real popular song.
Well, it's recorded now, so we're good to go.
Did you just get it?
Right here.
Would you like to sign on as my agent? There we go.
No.
We'll be rich. Another, probably the most famous Pacific Northwest rock song ever. In fact, actually got as far as down in Olympia, there was a motion put in, or a bill or something, to make it the state song. Never quite, I guess it didn't get out of committee or something, but that's something I was kind of hoping that, it's kind of hard to play Louie Louie just on the guitar. But you need a bass and a drummer and stuff like that.
Yeah, no you don't. No you don't.
That's on the list of songs I want to get together. Which there is one.
But he knows.
Along with the Cougar Fight song, right?
It's what?
Along with the Cougar Fight song. Right, that's the Husky Fight
I
song.
went to Western, man.
Okay, well, okay. Well, you have not been enlightened then.
No, we're Vikings. We kill and eat cougars.
Okay, yeah. That's a good one.
A lot of people don't know it. Louie Louie was originally written and recorded when Calypso was the big thing. And back in the day when Harry Belafonte was the big superstar of music. And it was actually written as a Calypso song, recorded as a Calypso song, but then Northwest Rockers got hold of it
Oh, really?
and
Wow.
turned it into a
My
serious.
dad loved Harry Belafonte.
Oh yeah, great singer.
And I was like, well,
Well, here's another song that really requires a whole band to really make it catch fire. But I like the song anyway, so.
and then he started.
The best things in life are free. You can give them to the birds and bees that give me money. Hey, hey, they give me money. That's what I want. Oh, that's what I want now. Your money gives me such a thrill, but your loving won't pay my bills. I want money. Yeah. There's a lot of things I'd like to do. Take money to do with you. I want money. Hey, hey, you give me money. It's what I want. Oh, that's what I want now.
Nice, nice. Thank you.
Need a whole band around that. That's a song that will fly rock no matter how you do it. So.
Dude, that's found
Here's another song that was, a lot of people that actually study this kind of thing really do point this out as being maybe one of the very first real rock and roll songs. Pretty good arguments, one of the first rock and roll songs that came out of the country music world for sure. Another Hank Williams thing. And called Move It On Over. And if anybody wants to shout along or sing along or whatever, there's a, when the singer, which in this case is just me, when I sing, so move it on over, everybody else can answer, just move it on over right after that. And you get enough people drunk enough, it can get pretty rowdy. So, anyway, here we go. Come in last night about 10:30, baby of mine wouldn't let me in, so move it on over.
Move it on over.
Yeah, move it on over.
Move it on over.
Move it over, little dog, big dog moving in. And the street came along my front door, my door key don't fit no more, so move it on over.
Move it on over.
Yeah, shove it on over.
Shut up.
Move it over, skinny dog, fat dog moving in. Well, this dog might be mighty small, but it's better than Thank you. Thank you very much. Kind of hard to believe that came from a cowboy guy. But,
Refill? No. Gotta go wait.
I've always liked songs that have kind of interesting words and tell stories and stuff like that. And this one, even though the original version of the song was a little higher tempo when Creedence recorded it, I kind of slowed it down just a little bit and kind of listened to the words. I kind of like the song just because of sort of the story it tells. I'm sure a lot of musicians could kind of sympathize with this. Just about a year ago, I set out on the road, seeking my fame and fortune, looking for a pot of gold. Things got bad, things got worse, I guess you know the tune. Oh, Tell me, Donna, does that ring a bell with you at all? Stuck someplace with a gig fell through and you're in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the night. Yep. We all know the Rolling Stones, but how many people know where they got the name from? Probably not too many.
Muddy Waters? Muddy Waters song, Rolling Stone?
No, it's actually a Hank Williams song. Because back in the very early days, the Stones would not only do, well, they were to a large extent a blues and a country band. Because back in those days in London and everything like that, any band could get anybody to show up. Not only did rock, they did blues and country. And Hank Williams wrote this song. And rolling stone, all alone, for a life of sin, I paid the cost. When I passed by on people say, just another guy on the lost highway. Just a deck of cards and a jug of wine. Why makes a life like mine? On the day we met, I went astray. Rolling down off highway. I was just a lad, nearly 20, neither good nor bad, just a kid like you. And now I'm lost, too late to pray, for I take the call, lost my way. I was just born to have on this road of sin, far in sorrow bound. Take my advice, or you'll curse the day. Rolling down on highway. Rolling down
Nice, thank you.
I think it was kind of cool with the story where this song got the name from. So,
Oh, yeah.
who else we got here?
Got any Crosby, Stills, and Nash?
Say again.
Got any Crosby, Stills, and Nash?
I've got some Neil Young.
Not bad,
Got Milton Elvis.
not bad.
You know that one?
No, I don't, but
Yeah.
I'm sure I recognize it.
Bring that up. You send me.
Awesome. Or Gordon Lightfoot.
You ever hear of a guy named Elvis?
Costello? Costello?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Elvis? I don't know. I was surprised over in England, or over in Germany, Elvis is a common first name. There's a lot of people over there named Elvis. Wow, that's weird.
We figured out that.
But Elvis could rock him, he felt like it, without a doubt.
It's all.
Worked to a party in the county jail. Prison band there, they began to play. Band jumping and the drum began to sway. Should have heard that knocked out jail bird sing that rock. Everybody let it rock. Everybody in the whole cell block was dancing to the jailhouse rock. Well, the fireworks played that saxophone. Little Joe blowing on the swing drum. Drums up the middle of the crack was bang. Old rhythm section was the first old gang that rock. Everybody let it rock. Everybody in the whole cell block was dancing to the jailhouse rock. sitting on the softest stone. Well, in the bar, keeping all alone. The warden said anybody up to be square. Can't find a partner, you can put care that's right. Everybody let's rock. Everybody in the horse and rock and dance to the midnight rock. Well, Chippy Henry said it was heaven to say, no king now can make it right. But turned Chippy and said, kick, kick, wanna stick around and get my kick, let's rock. So everybody let's rock. Everybody in the hotel block is dancing to the midnight rock. Everybody in the hotel block is dancing to the midnight rock.
I will.
Well, not surprised. I thought I was better off saving. I get into the song too much.
It's just like 4 hours prior. I'm probably try it.
Yeah, you got a good 2 feet before the edge of the stage.
Yeah.
You're good. Yeah, you're safe.
It's doable.
You could, yeah. Got to jump over an amp and a couple chords.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So you get to go with that. You got 2, 4, and then G.
We'll try to help each other. This is for fun. I don't think I've ever done that with anybody watching it.
If not, you got it right.
You did Sundown the other week.
I don't either.
Gordon Lightfoot? Sundown, Gordon Lightfoot?
I like that you're.
I can do that.
Oh, yeah.
You want that one?
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think you're supposed to.
That's high school vintage.
Like,
See, I just got
it's upside down.
I have everything in semi kind of sort of alphabetical.
See, it's like the tapping from this side with the card reader. Yeah, this is some of those things. I know. You guys are terrible. I know. Thank you. I'm glad you're coming in. This one yours?
We've got to do straight every time too. That's all.
That's good.
I can see her like that in her satin dress, room where you do what you don't confess. Sundown, you better take care. Find you been creeping around my back stairs. Sundown, you better take care. Find you been creeping around my back stairs. She's been looking like a queen in a sailor's dream. Don't always say what she really means. Sometimes I think it's a shame. If feeling better when I leave your name. Sundown, you better take care. Find you been creeping around my back stairs. I can see her looking fast in the faded jeans. Our lover's woman got me feeling
Nice.
Little sundown. Yes. Yeah, there used to be a band by the name of Stray Cats, and they were all studio musicians, so they didn't actually do that much recording, and they weren't really a stage band either, but they worked mostly in the recording studios backing up other people. But they did do a little bit on their own, and this one's kind of a favorite, called Stray Cat Strut. Garbage can. Singing the blues of the lady cat's cry. Wild stray cat, real gone guy. I wish that I could be here free and wild. I got cat class and I got cat's
Nice.
Well, it emptied out in here real quick.
Was the song that bad?
It's pretty.
No, I think there's people out there smoking.
It's-
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there was also some,
It's pretty late here. It's 7 o'clock. Well, it's 6:52.
Oh, they got time.
That's pretty late for
Considering it was dark like 3 hours ago.
for the
That sucked. Dude, it's terrible. When I was working in Langley, I'd get to work in the dark and leave in the dark, and then I was under fluorescent lights all day. I'm like,
well, here's something you don't hear from any rock bands, almost, although somewhere I read that it's the most recorded song of all time. And it's a George Gershwin song, which you don't hear Gershwin stuff much in rock bands and stuff like that. It's kind of a neat song, and it's actually, even technically, it's when they asked Gershwin to write this, they wanted it to be real bluesy, and a lot of the other versions of it recorded later weren't real bluesy, but it's based on something they call a minor pentatonic scale of notes, which is something that they use commonly in blues, slower rock and blues and stuff like that. So it's got almost jazz kind of chords in it, so it's kind of fun. Your dad is rich.
Nice, nice. Hey, you want to say hi to your friends in Bulgaria and Germany and
Yeah.
Washtukna? Well, that works.
Are you ready? Stand by. Actually, the fellow, Andre Laszlo, the guy from Hungary, who's the Hungarian national champion, is quite a good guitar player.
Oh,
And plans are, if he ever gets over here, we're going to try and find a gig so we can go play some
well,
music.
there's the stage. I'm sure is open right here.
Oh, yeah. And on top of that, if anybody gives him a hard time, we'll put 25 bullet holes in him.
There you go. With what kind of handgun? What kind of handgun, Mike? What kind of handgun does he have?
Couldn't quite hear you.
What kind of handgun does he have?
He shoots similar, although there's a Russian .22 pistol that's not brought into this country that he uses.
Okay.
Well, we are getting kind of out of time. You probably want to get home.
How about Helpless Helpless? The Neil Young one?
The only Neil Young one I've got right now is the Helpless Helpless.
Yeah, what do you say? Go for that one.
You know, and it was funny, and when he recorded that song, every time they tried to record it, he stopped them because they all wanted to play it way too fast. And then one day at the end of the recording session, when everybody was all tired out and it was time to go, he tried it one more time and they played it slow enough that he liked it. So we figured, okay, we'll keep that one. But it's,
Oh, John, yeah. He trumps Neil Young by.
Have you seen that, the music video for,
Johnny Cash, Mike? Do you have any Johnny Cash?
not at the moment. I've got some in my songbook.
Okay. Next time then.
You know, Folsom Prison, I kind of like the song, but I just don't like
for singing some of the songs.
Oh, you kidding? Yeah.
Folsom Prison.
Got to change the color of your hat though. But
Yeah. But the problem with Folsom Prison is when he is, you know, with all of the anti-gun stuff we hear in the media all the time, having a song with a line in it, he shot a guy in Reno just to see him die. I'm not going to sing that song.
why not?
We got enough problems with firearms.
Johnny Cash.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I like, you know, A Boy Named Sue.
Yeah,
It says,
Ring of Fire is another one.
Pulled out a knife and
Yeah.
cut off a piece of my ear. There's a guy in the background. You can go,
Yeah.
one singular guy just yells,
Wasn't that Picasso or something? Do a Picasso on him?
I know I haven't played this one in public or anything like that, but
Yes.
I swear it may.
Well, if you guys want to hear more, I'll play some more. If Alex wants to throw us out, we'll do that. But,
Oh, he wants to throw us out.
he probably does. It is past-
He wants to go home.
Yeah, it's way past his bedtime.
How about one more of the first song you played from the early years? One of the first songs.
One of the first songs,
Yeah, and maybe it was Poor Boys with your friend, but
yeah, well, actually, I never did play that one. But,
so just one of that from that early era, just one of the first songs you started playing when back in the day.
It was funny, I had been playing a little bit of folk music when I was over at another college over in Walla Walla, and I transferred from there over to Western up in Bellingham. And I was sitting in the coffee shop up there at Western drinking coffee, and this guy walks in, kind of tall, skinny guy, older than I was, looked kind of familiar. And he walked over and he kind of looked at me and he says, "You're Mike, aren't you?" And I said, "Well, yeah. Oh, I know who you are." And it turned out that he had a band called The Animals long before Eric Burton
Oh well.
over there in Walla Walla. And he had transferred over to Western to work on his master's degree. And I ran into him there and said, "Well, Mike, didn't you used to play guitar and stuff like that?" "Well, yeah, I kind of messed around with folk music." "Would you like to be in a rock band?" "Well, that's sort of a two-part question. Would I like to?" "Oh, hell yeah." "Do I have any idea how to do it?" "Not a clue." He said, "Well, I'll tell you what. I'll come over, I'll meet you Friday night, and I'll show you what you need to know to get you started. You practice all weekend, and on Monday night, we have a band practice." And I literally practiced, and my fingers were bleeding all weekend. And Monday night, we had a band practice, and he was a brilliant guitar player. And within 2 weeks, we were playing dances.
Sweet. What year was that?
That would have been 65,
Sweet. Wow.
1692.
and I still use particular chord positions and stuff like that he taught me as far as an easy but effective way to learn a bunch of new chords fast. And I still stay with that. And there's people say, "Oh, you're just using it the old way." I said, "I'm using it the old way I know how."
Which is old.
Yeah, and it works. So.
Exactly.
Well, let's see. Let me take a quick look and see if I can find one of old people just use power chords.
Ah, sweet. Nice.
Gasoline on 12 string, I think. Yeah, okay. We did Midnight Special.
Nice.
Cowboy song.
Nice.
Woo! It's nice. what's really nice on that song is a steel guitar player. Because there's only basically 3 verses for it, but the steel guitar with the, where they got the steel thing on the string, that kind of deal. Boy, that sounds so good
Right.
in that song.
Get rope cursor on
The
the
Hawaiian,
slide.
Yeah, Roe would be great on that.
the Hawaiian twang.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Mike.
Well,
See you next time. Thanks, Mike.
oh yeah.